time lapses. What the fuck? Is PigCake upping his production value here? Is it happening? Is shit going down? Am I gonna sell out? Am I? So today I'm going to show you guys a trick that it's the mental variety. This is one of those tricks that you could bust out anytime you want to get inside the heads of the spectator. And I know I have a lot of tricks in this channel that they fall into that category because I happen to like that sort of shit. So I'm going to show you guys a trick that you could do to get inside of the spectator. So you need a deck. This could be a borrowed deck. This could be a shuffle deck. It doesn't really matter where you get the deck. It doesn't even have to be a deck at all. You could just print the playing card names on the backs of small Vietnamese children working for Apple. So you just shuffle the cards as much they want, and then you could even have them shuffle. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. So they shuffle the cards. You take them back from their small underdeveloped hands, and you spread through the cards like this, and you have them say stop whenever they want. Now, of course, because I have a amazing camera here. Let me just get that in focus there. So you spread through, and let's say they say stop right here. So you tell them, oh, remember that card. Think of that card right there. Don't forget it. That card gets shuffled and lost into the deck. Now, of course, they can't shuffle the cards here, but you could shuffle the cards. You could do whatever Dan and Dave, whatever Daniel Madison they came out with. Doesn't matter. So you pretty much tell a spectator that you're gonna try to reach inside their minds. You don't need the deck. All they need is their imagination. You're gonna try to they're to picture their card in a little box here and try to project it to you. So you go, oh God, I'm seeing a lot of things right here. I'm seeing you're thinking of a lot of male genitalia for some reason. That's all right. So your card, it's a black card, red. It's Jack of Spades, and of course you're 100% spot on with the card that they picked from the deck here. And when you go, wait a second, I know why I was having a hard time there. Were you thinking of another card? I know you were thinking of another card. Was that, do you remember that card that you were thinking of, the other card? And they're like, yeah, I remember. Tell them, oh, okay, hold up, just hold my hand. And then you could interclasp hands with them at this point. And you say, it's a red card. It's a red card. It's I'm getting red, like some sort of a red ace. Am I getting close to this? Am I getting some sort of, yes, all right, red ace, ace of diamonds. And they're, of course, spot on. So not only did you get the card they were thinking of, you got the card that they were almost thinking of. So if you haven't figured it out, this is just an advanced method of doing a peek. Now, I don't like doing the peek at this way. I've come to find out that there are several techniques that you could do by spreading the cards out and having them call stop. That way it gives more of a sort of like a radar deck. That's a throwback. A radar deck sort of feel. And I like this sort of action better than, hey, call stop anytime you want. Just peek at the card. That's phenomenal. Followed by some sort of side whatever. I don't like that. I like this more open appearance here. So with this, one of the cool things you could do here to impress your friends and family and make them think that you're better than them is you could have them peek at a card this way and then spread the deck in a way where another card is showing and kind of coerce them into maybe remembering that card. So let me just break it down into steps here for you guys. So here we go. So you're gonna hold the deck up towards the spectator. You have the deck shuffled. It's in mechanic's grip in the left hand. You're gonna hold the cards up to the spectators, and you're gonna spread through the cards and ask them to say stop whenever they want. Wherever they say stop, you're gonna do a couple things. You're gonna stop, first of all. That's the most important thing. Second of all, you're gonna square up the cards with your right hand and illustrate the card that they're going to think about. But the way that you do this is that once the cards are square in the right hand, you're going to point kind of ambiguously towards this card right here, but you're pointing it in the middle between the jack in this case and the three of clubs. This kind of sometimes, I want to say 80% of the time, would coerce them into remembering this card as well as this card, which is a great thing because not only do they have a thought of card, but they have a card that they almost thought of. So if you're doing this for one spectator, it's even better, because then to the people surrounding, they're going to be like, oh man, this guy's Jesus, oh my God, I can't wait for him to come on my face, salvation all over. So this is going to be a great bit for that. So once again, you hold the cards up to the spectators, you spread through and have them call stop wherever it is that they want. Let's say they stop here. I'm squaring up this half. I'm kind of side jogging this card to the side here and say, don't forget this card. Again, I'm pointing in the middle of the cards. So you get that card to the top, which means that the peek that card is on top, and the card that they almost thought of would be on the bottom of the deck. So here you're going to do a very subtle peek that involves not only peeking at the bottom card but the top card. You're going to get a pinky break here below the card on top here, and you're gonna simulate drawing a rectangle in front of them. Why? Because the cards are shaped like a rectangle. Okay, so you have them. You're gonna draw a rectangle in front of them, but you're going to get a pinky break here, and you're going to do a peek that's known as the revolve peek. Now, usually this is done with the middle of the deck, and then you get a little step here, but it works just the same with the top card here. So you have a pinky break below the top card. Then what you're going to do is that you're going to have your thumb right here and put it in the middle of the back card here as you revolve the deck. What this is going to do is that because of the pinky break, not only are you going to step the top card slightly to the right. This is exaggerated. You don't want to do this. But it should be a little bit. You should only be able to see like maybe the small corner. There you go. That's more realistic. So not only is this card going to shoot out, but you're going to have an opportunity to peek at the bottom card. So you're doing this under the guise of drawing a rectangle in the air and telling them to imagine their card right over here. So this way you get the peek of the bottom card sneakily and the top card at the same time. Now the top card is the card they're currently thinking of. The bottom card is the card that they almost thought of. So you could reveal it however you want. You could hold their hand. You could light some candles, maybe do some sort of ritual. If you want to start a religion in your third world country, this would be something that would help you do that. So the first card, of course, you reveal. Now, what's going to happen is that sometimes they'll kind of indicate that they maybe thought of another card. Play this up as much as possible. Be like, oh, wait a second. Were you thinking of another card? Was there another card that was going through your head? Because there was a lot of things going through your head that I didn't really pick up. So maybe you were thinking of another card, which is why I couldn't get the first card. Were you thinking of, and then that's going to be the bottom card, assuming you did this correctly. So there you go. It's a peek, it's a reveal. It's really up to you how you want to reveal the card. But that way, not only do you get a peek at a thought of card, allegedly, but you also get a revelation of a card that they almost thought of, which, I mean, at that point, if you're not collecting semen, then you've done something wrong. So there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I like, subscribe, like, I'm gonna go contemplate the prosperity of a toaster. Again, when I see you 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 again.